Hello everyone, it's Pixel again, and this is going to be another MLP fanfic review. This time I'm going to be doing These Words Are Not My Own. So first and foremost, disclaimer, I own nothing. Everything belongs to the rightful owners, so please go and support them and be nice, please. And some viewers may find this disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised, please. And the summary for this is, how valuable is your voice? What will you do to get it back? If you lost it, what would you do to get it back? What would you do to keep it if you did get it back? Is it worth the price? So, the story starts with Autumn Blaze. Yeah, Autumn Blaze, and this story, I think this is supposed to be like a different interpretation of the Kieran, and and sort of what if Fluttershy and Applejack never went to their village? And also what if Autumn did something else to get her voice back? But yeah, it starts off with Autumn trying to figure out a puzzle, and she's frustrated because it seems unsolvable. And she wants to make any sound, scream, be frustrated, grunt, anything, but she can't. Basically, her vocal cords are paralyzed from the stream of silence. And much like the rest of the Kieran, she can't speak. So she decides, but she still can make some noises, and she thinks about how none of the other Kieran, I hope I am saying that right, if not I apologize, I am so dumb. The rest of the Kieran don't seemingly have this problem because Autumn thinks that they don't feel much of anything nowadays. And the Kieran are seemingly content with their lives, but right now Autumn is not, because she can constantly hear her heart beating, and it's the only thing that she can hear. And since she can't speak, and it's starting to get on her nerves, and she tries to make noise to block it out. But it doesn't last long. So she decides to go outside to, so she doesn't have to listen to her own heartbeat. But still, she can hear the beating of her own heart. And she looks around her neighborhood and sees that the rest of the Kieran are And she wonders, like, how are they keeping themselves entertained? How are they keeping themselves under control? Like, can they, like, surely they can hear the beating of their own hearts too. And Autumn tries to block out the sound because, well, you kinda can't blame her. And so she goes outside of the village and she actually gets something on her hoof, which looks like a little, like, hand puppet, or in this case, hoof. And yeah, it even has, like, a little face on it because like, this... Okay, so this is actually something that was in the show. Like, Autumn Blaze actually had, like, a little hand puppet that she would talk to. Apparently, like, she talks, like, how she talks to the boxes that, like, she drew faces on. Because she had nobody else to talk to. And yeah, here she talks to her hand puppet, and they both ask, and the puppet asks her how she's doing, and Autumn says that she feels awful and that she just wants to sing and laugh, but she can't. And Autumn also tells her hand puppet, who she later... I cannot speak, I am so dumb. She names the puppet Twiggy. And she tells him that no one understand what they all gave up, which is their voices. And he offers her to, you know, like, he offers to listen to her and to tell him all about it. So, yeah, Autumn does, and she heads back to the village and says that they're gonna be best friends. And a month later, Autumn is not doing so well. She wants to talk again, but of course she can't because of the stream of silence. And also what's interesting is that the stream didn't make, like, it took away her voice, and the rest of the Kieran's voices, and but it also didn't make, like, the rest of them silent, presumably because Autumn can still hear her heart beating. And it seems to have gotten worse. And no matter what Autumn tries to do, it still got worse. Because she wonders why the stream couldn't just make the rest of her quiet too. And Twiggy asks her what's wrong. And Autumn tells him that there's a drum inside of my head, which is her heart, and she can't stop it, and that it gets louder. no matter how much she tries to ignore it. And he asks her, why does it bother you? Like, doesn't it mean you're alive? But Autumn tells him that she doesn't want to be quiet for the rest of her life. She wants to sing, to talk, to laugh. She feels trapped inside her own head. For a long time, but her little puppet has an idea. But Autumn Blaze tells him that she wishes that there was something that she could do, since their leader was the one who did this, and it's likely she's not going to undo it anytime soon. But sorry about that, but Twiggy tells her that she's not the only one. And Autumn asks, what do you mean? And he tells her basically about the foal's breath. And that how it has the powers to let things talk. And Autumn remembers seeing that flower near the village. And at the time she didn't think much of it, because it was just something to be pretty, just something to look at. And he tells her if she uses it, then she will be able to talk again, so that's what Autumn does. But sadly, the potion does not work. And Autumn is devastated, and she wonders why it didn't work. And she used all of the flowers. And sorry about that. Tells her that she made the potion in so many different ways. And she wonders if she's going to be stuck like this forever. And she can still hear her heart beating. She tries to scream, but she can't, and that she discovered that the stream of silence took away her crying as well. And Autumn looks at Twiggy, and he tries to comfort her, but that sadly can't get her voice back. And Autumn says that it's over and that she used all the flowers, but he tells her that it isn't. And that there's more. And that he also tells her that it's all around you, and that we see it every day. And she asks, what is he talking about? And that the plant is all gone. And he tells her that he wasn't talking about a plant. And Autumn is seen with a jar and some rope. And yeah, she basically, sorry about that, Twiggy told her that this was a way to get her voice back, and Autumn tried to deny it at first, but she's like, no, he's always right. He's going to help me get my voice back. Like, where would I be without him? And Autumn, she basically finds a little Kieran foal that she kidnaps when she's taking out the garbage. And sorry about that. So yeah, Autumn uses her magic and takes the little Kieran, and she tries to scream, but she can't. And Autumn then she basically tries to get sometime after the little Kieran stops moving, and Autumn presses the jar to her muzzle and takes off the rope. And she takes the foal's breath and puts it in the jar. And sorry about that. Twiggy congratulates her. And Autumn looks at him and thinks that he looks more lifelike. But then again, he probably could have always been that way. And she asks him, now what? And he tells her all that she has to do now is what he says, and that she can have her voice back. And despite what, and Autumn is still hesitant about doing this because she makes something in the dirt. She makes a triangle and places the foal's body on it. In the center. Well, at the edge of the triangle, and Autumn takes something to do the deed with. And she tries to, but Autumn hesitates, but sadly she remembers, no, like, you're doing this to get your voice back. And while she hears her heart beating, Autumn then performs something she takes off the lid of the jar and places it in the blood. And she holds it up to her nose and takes the foal's breath. And she starts to cough, and then she can hear sound. And Autumn she gets her, presumably she does get her voice back and that she can talk again, but something happens. And because her throat immediately stops, she stops talking, and because what is coming out of her mouth is not her voice. And her heart begins to race, and she looks at Twiggy, who just smiles back at her, and she realizes for the first time that it wasn't her voice coming out of him, but something else. And the puppet tells her that their voices are now one forever and ever. And Autumn tells him, no, you can't. But he tells her that she is a good puppet and that she has served him well. And Autumn the world begins to spiral out of control around Autumn Blaze. She feels her sense of self beginning to unravel as she looks at the puppet. But this time, it's the puppet master she's looking at. And the story ends with this. Memories vanished into the void, feelings, experiences, family, all turning to dust as Twiggy cut them apart. She was no longer Autumn Blaze. She was a tool of something else, a tool of her master. Her identity came crashing down in tiny pieces around her. She couldn't look away. Couldn't look away. Couldn't look away. The drums pounded in her ears. They never stopped. They grew louder, louder, louder. What little pieces were left of the Kirin cringed and screamed in torment as the darkness consumed her world. So, these words are not my own. Hooey. Yeah, like, the first time I saw, like, a reading of this, I was actually kind of not expecting that ending, like... Sorry about that. Because, like, I have seen a lot of, like, horror, I cannot speak. Sorry. A lot of horror fanfics about the main six and even the CMC. But this one in particular was about Autumn Blaze. And yeah, like, and I actually like these kinds of stories these kinds of stories that are about side characters or characters you don't normally see. I'm so sorry, excuse me. I am so sorry, excuse me. I am sorry about that. And, yeah, and also this story reminded me of, like, the drumming song. by that, I can't pronounce the name, but yeah, it's called The Drumming Song. And yeah, this actually kind of fits well with that story, with this story, and yeah, and also, this story actually has like, the concept I find in this story is very frightening. Like, if you lost something, like your voice or something that you value, like, what would you do to get it back? And will the price be worth it? And Twiggy, Twiggy is, like, it seems like he is something otherworldly. Yeah, bleh. I am so sorry. Worldly, I cannot speak. Otherworldly to Equestria, because, like, because, like, I will admit, like, the ending was chilling, because, like, imagine having to share your voice with something. Like, with whatever's possessing you. Like, yeah, like, I've seen, like, movies where the characters, like, get possessed and they share a body with, or movies where they're sharing a body with somebody else. But here it seems like Autumn and Twiggy are sharing voices. And also, some people have, if I recall correctly, and I'm probably wrong, some people have theorized that Twiggy is just Autumn Blaze going crazy from the silence, because, and speaking of which, yeah, like, I feel like this was, like, a what if the Kieran weren't, like, able to get their voices back? Like, what if the flower didn't work? But yeah, like, and also, yeah, that's actually scary and also rather sad. Because, like, going through, like, living your entire life not being able to talk would be heartbreaking, and the only way you could communicate is, well, through your mind. And not like with telepathy, but, and the only thing that you can hear is your heartbeat. So yeah, like, and yeah, throughout the story, Autumn is constantly trapped in her own mind. Because, well, yeah, she can't speak, she can't make noises, she can't. And when she finds out about the foal's breath, she makes a potion, but this time, unlike in the show, it doesn't work, and she has to. And Twiggy tells her that she has to do something else to get her voice back, and yeah, like, when you realize that he's not talking about the plant, I'm like, oh no. Oh no. But yeah, like, all in all, like, and yeah, I'll just say, like, he did Autumn dirty, like, seriously, like, I can only imagine, like, Autumn, like, losing herself and becoming, like, a tool of something else now. And, well, I hope that there's a way to fix this, or at least fix most of it. Like, hopefully there's something. I mean, hopefully. Hopefully. But yeah, like, and also this story kind of like also is like, I always, this is just me, but I kind of saw this as like a cautionary tale of like, you know, like, don't make deals unless you know what the price is going to be, and like, you know, like, think about it, like, is it gonna be worth it in the end? Like, will you do this, or will you try to find another way to get something that was taken from you back? Like, will you find a different way instead of going along with this deal? So yeah, but then again, I could be wrong, and what do I know? But yeah, like, and also, yeah, it was also an interesting concept for the Kieran, because, yeah, like, because in the show, like, yeah, like, they use the stream of silence because they turn into flame monsters that can't when they get too mad. So they decide to stop talking altogether. So their leader had them go into the stream of silence, and so yeah, they stopped talking. But they were giving up something. They were basically giving up their feelings to keep anger out. And yeah, like, if you've seen the episode, then yeah, you know. But luckily, Autumn Blaze was able to find a flower called Fool's Breath, and yeah, it helped her talk again. And yeah, like, but here, and also, actually, now that I think about it, I wonder, like, what are the rest of them going to think when they realize that what Autumn did? Like, is Twiggy truly an entity that is possessing Autumn now, or is it just her going insane? Who knows? But yeah, once again, hopefully there's a way to fix this. But so yeah, all in all, yeah, like, this story is very, like, it's very scary, but yeah, to me at least, it had an interesting idea about the stream of silence, and also, yeah, what lengths somebody would go to. So yeah, that's it for now, but regardless, I do hope you all enjoyed, and thank you all for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!